Good morning, Jim Howard here in Fort Worth, Texas. It's 5:30 a.m. in the morning. This is sort of one of these days I hate. I have to get out and go someplace. It's hard for me to get around physically. Also, various reasons it's a problem getting out. Today I have to go at, I have to be at the eye clinic, which I'd call it more than a clinic. I mean, it's a big facility. I have to be there at noon, I think. Let's see, did I write down when I was... Yeah, I have to be there at noon. No, I'm being picked up at noon. Yeah, that's right. I'm being picked up at noon by a transportation service that it costs, you sign up with them. The city or the county, it's the city, I guess, Fort Worth, and they'll take you for $4 if you if you have a doctor who certifies that you have certain problems. They'll pick you up at your door for $4 and then take you where you need to go, and then you tell them ahead of time when you want to be picked up, and they'll pick you up and for $4. So altogether it's $8. That's more expensive than going just over to a bus that. But of course the buses they have a route, and everything. So this is a good deal. Darlene, my ex-wife, she's been using them for years and has had almost zero problem. I have only used them several times, and I had a problem with them. So that problem was they were supposed to pick me up at a certain time, and they didn't pick me up. So then I called, with my cell phone. I called their number, and their system, answered, then disconnected me. It answered, then it tried to refer me to some, other number there, and that disconnected me. And so they're a good service, but what they need to work on, because I ran into it when I was calling for Darlene. I was here and something came up, and I was calling for her, to get her connection going. And the same thing happened that time of, I called in, got disconnected, called in, it referred me. And I think what it is that their dispatch, whoever their dispatch is, maybe does other things. And also maybe their dispatch, maybe when it's time to, at a certain time, like 5 p.m. or something, maybe the dispatch person goes off duty, and then somebody else comes over. And I got a feeling that that's the problem, because it was like 5 p.m. or something when this all happened for me. And now this has nothing to do with the eye clinic. This is a transportation service by the city. And they take you wherever it doesn't have to be just to a doctor's office or a hospital. They'll take you to any place, that you want to go. You can go out and eat. You can do, Now, of course, you can't, they may not come exactly at the time to pick you up when they're bringing you back or even taking you and stuff like that. I think the problem that they have, and they should be, like they're not an ambulance service or whatever, but they ought to treat it like that, because they're transporting people that, have a lot of medical problems and are in wheelchairs and all kinds of things. I think their problem is something like, okay, it's time for the one person to go off duty. And, okay, Joe, I'm going off duty now. Okay, okay, I'm pushing the buttons now, so you got it. Okay. And then the person comes over, and he or she thinks, oh, or maybe the person that was leaving didn't do it. And he or she comes over and just sits there because that's not their normal job or something, or maybe they come over and then they push, the buttons, which actually it had been set correctly, and then it's, because when you call into that number, there's a whole bunch of numbers that you can, go to, all having to do with transportation and different kinds of transportation and that kind of stuff. I think what they need to do is they need to really think, of course they're not 911, but it should be like that because there's people in all types of, weather that have medical problems, serious medical problems, that are in these, powered devices that they, for their wheelchairs or whatever. What they need to do is they just need to have a procedure that is followed. And the procedure, which I think the problem is something like, okay, I'm going off duty, or I'm going maybe to the bathroom or something, but probably it's going, they're going home or something. So what they need to do is have a policy, ironclad policy that this is what you do. And okay, so the second person comes over, okay, I'm doing such and go take their list like there's like an aircraft that's flying, and then there's a problem, and they have a list that they go through, So, okay, I'm setting A4, okay, A4. You go through the list and then check to see that the lights are all the way they're supposed to be. Okay, and then there's a log there, and the person that's going off duty, whatever, signs everything is okay. I said it. Person coming, they sign, okay, I checked, whatever, and they need something like that. So, because I ran into the problem, and that's the Chrome box running there in the background on this computer here. So anyway, I'm going today, and they're going to just dilate my eyes and then look at them. Now, they already did that. But I guess maybe they're doing this a little special, and I don't know what they do. But it's really difficult for me to get out. Not as difficult as for a lot of people, Darlene, she's in the wheelchair. She's either in bed or she's in her wheelchair. That's it. So, now I can get around a little bit. I almost fall, and sometimes I'm, dizzy or something or other. I fell, I mentioned it on here someplace, but you probably, I fell the other day, boom, here in the, I walked to the mailbox here at the apartment complex and was walking there, and I was on the sidewalk, heading for the mailboxes, and there was a guy up there with his dog or something, on the thing. And I wasn't afraid of the dog. It was a small dog, but I thought I'm just going to give him, some room there. He's petting his dog or whatever, and so I stepped off the curb. Well, this place, it's a nice apartment complex, but the step off was a lot bigger than I thought at that area, and boom, I went down. Let's see, where was it? There was a little cut right here, and a little cut right in there. But my and my arm, I didn't know that until I think it was the next day. um, and I was making a video, you know. And then when I watched the video, I saw, whoops, I heard that too. But then both my knees, you know, got banged up. So this is this month. I got to go today, and then I have to go. I have to go. I have to go 30 days. Within 30 days of the cataract surgery, and have a physician has to. It's not exactly a like when I go, you know, but they want a past medical history, you know. Of course, that's all on the, you know, and they can pull it up actually, you know, at the. But anyway, I have to go to a doctor, my doctor, and have this. It's less than a visit to the office, you know, to but they cleared for surgery, cleared for general anesthesia, and which I don't think they're going to use. I'm sure they're probably not going to use, but I have to have that done sometime before, must be within 30 days of surgery, and my first eye is going to be done on January 3rd. I really like this eye clinic. I was really impressed with them. So my first surgery is going to be, and then I think the next one is, I don't know. It's kind of, it says, oh, okay. This is had to be seen. Well, when I have the surgery on January 3rd, I have to go back the next day to the eye clinic to be checked, and then my next surgery will be date held for second surgery, January 17th. But then I have to be seen January 11th. I don't know. That's a lot of visits, but I think other than that, you know, if they didn't do that, then you'd probably have to keep you in the hospital or something. So I'm not looking forward to getting out. You know, am I going to piss my pants? You know, I got an enlarged prostate. I got, you know, got a whole bunch of little things that are all a pain. I'm on Social Security, and then of course I have Medicare, which is our national health insurance plan, if that's what you can call it. You know, it's you know, it's good that we have, you know, health care it's not totally paid for. It's not like Sweden or the UK or Canada, although the right-wing Republicans in the United States think that's, you know, that's communism. You know, that's communism. That's you know, socialism. But our, you know, Republicans, you know, put out the information that no, people in Canada come down to the United States for health care because they can't get it up there. That's not true. In the UK, you know, well, you can't get, you know, health care, and you have to pay a lot, you know, for it. No, you know, I've online, on the internet, I've found where, okay, this thing is shutting down now. I just turned it on a while ago. Why is it shutting down? It's not supposed to shut down. I've got it set not to shut down. Anyway, I'd like to have a bigger and better.
Everything happens in rhythm. Chris said, let's put this rhythm together.
I'd like to have a bigger and better computer. I'd actually, at 82 years of age, I've never actually touched an Apple computer. I made a point. Not even an Apple cell phone. My oldest daughter, she's an Apple person. Well, of course she worked, so of course she had to. Also, for years she worked at a union and had to use, IBM type PC computers or whatever. But then I think she still had a Apple cell phone. But I spent 2 weeks in Washington, D.C. with her and her husband and touring Washington, D.C., which I really enjoyed. There's video of it, a little bit of it on here, because I've always been a big, fan of politics and even when I was in grade school, I was watching the Kefauver hearings and other hearings at home, and I took off from school sometimes to watch them. So I got to see the places that I'd seen on that, and this was just a few years ago that I went there. First time I was in the northeast part of the United States. First time I was in Washington, D.C. I got to see the White House. I got to see all those other places that you see in the news. And now, sometime when they're a news story or something or other, I'll think, I stood right over there, whatever. So that's kind of nice. But how did I get on that subject? I don't know. Oh, yeah, and LaDonna, my daughter, with her cell phone when we were out, she was making, videos with the cell phone. And then when we got home, to their place, I stayed there for 2 weeks, yeah. Right when she got home, she was just, and then she said, oh, here, and she made it, I'm talking that fast, she took it and made it into a video that's on YouTube. You can find it someplace here. And that's amazing. So I'm 82. That's kind of old to be switching, but I'd like to go to one of those Apple devices, with the A12 or whatever they call it, micro or whatever it is that sounds good. I mean, just the name of it makes me get excited. I'd also like to have, but I'm not going to be able to ever afford one. I'd like to have, a powerful PC computer. Although I was doing just fine with a $120 refurbished a computer that I got from Amazon, and for some reason there was a problem, and I haven't got that fixed yet. So I think I can probably fix it, but I'd like to have a powerful one. But on the other hand, I'm 82, and probably not worth, investing in one. So I think you can probably hear in the background my grown son. He's 47, I think, and his room is right over there, and he cranks up his computer and really loud, and it's a lot of, I'm just, I don't know if you can hear in the background. I think I mentioned in the last video, or maybe the one before, that because I made a short video, a little short update, and he had music going really loud in his room. I had his door closed, and I had my door closed, but I could still hear it in here, and I could hear it on the video that I made. And I said in the video that I was making, like, this is probably going to be a, copyright hit. And actually, I didn't get it. I didn't get one from YouTube this time. So anyway, I guess I need to. I didn't shave. Okay, I cut my hair down, and I need to shave, and then I need to take a shower, of course, but I've got a while to take the shower. I have to think about, how much do I want to drink, because I don't want to be going there for this procedure and have them, I'm sitting out there and they might say, okay, we're ready for you, Jim. And I'd say, I'm sorry, I gotta go to the bathroom first, Or I could even have that happen and say, I need to go to the bathroom. They'd probably be pissed, why can't he, but, and then I could even go in, sit down, and they start the procedure, and I'd say I'd have to go to the bathroom. I don't know, I won't take the water pill today that I'm supposed to take. Whoops. This is not the 30th, but I haven't put the pills in my. I have to do that today in these containers. So I need to take a water pill, but sometimes I don't. I try to figure out had a couple of days the other day where I was having to go, like every 30 minutes, The problem is, I have a bunch of problems, and several of the problems, but one of the problems is that, I have a bladder like everybody else has, and, it empties down, and, your bladder fills up, and then you get a signal. Oh, I have to urinate. And then you go, and then you urinate, and the bladder empties itself, and then you're okay for a few hours or half a day or something like that. No, what happens to me is, my bladder, it's filled up probably. Bladder's filled up. I get the signal that I have to urinate, and then I go and it drains a little bit, and then I get this, my body gets this, okay, your bladder's empty now. You can go and do such and such, whatever, but it's not empty, and fills back up, and you just, it's a pain in the butt. I've talked about this before. I'm 82. If you're a young person or whatever, but, take care of yourself. Go, eat properly, drink properly. I don't even drink water. Well, I've tried to drink water now, but I have here it is, but I didn't use it this time because someplace in here is the lid that screws on, so I put ice in here. This is one of those Yeti, and actually the lid has been off, and I have been sleeping for a few hours. There's still ice in it, and I don't even have the lid on it. It's buried here someplace in this room. So, but anyway, that's my life. This is my life. Guess that's it. I probably will not make a video till I get back from the eye doctor, if I get back from the eye doctor. Anyway, thanks very much for watching.